Leon21 here, and today I have some very exciting news because Gran Turismo 7 has just been announced at the PlayStation 5 The Future of Gaming live stream thing. And unfortunately, real life happened and I was not able to watch the whole thing live. But I did watch the trailer for GT7. And I gotta say, it looks really good. Lots of new cars. A career mode is returning. It's looking to be a lot like the classic Gran Turismo games. I'm showing you some screenshots I found online from the trailer. And I gotta say, very exciting things in these pictures, as you will see. So let's begin. Okay, first we have 3 cars racing in a new track. Veteran fans of the Gran Turismo series will immediately know which track this is just from the map. As for the cars, the interior we are looking at, if you watch the trailer you will know that from the sound and from the badge, from those two things combined, we can say that it's a Mazda RX Vision GT3 that was recently added to GT Sport. The car directly in front is an Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 that was also recently added to GT Sport. Now the car in front of the Aston Martin is completely new to the series and it appears to be a Porsche 917K. Legendary, and I really mean legendary, race car from the early 70s. Very happy that we are getting this car in a Gran Turismo game. So in this other screenshot again, we are in a race with other Group 3 cars. You can see a Honda, a Corvette, and another 2 cars up in front. One of them I think it's the Aston Martin GT1, but I cannot tell what the other car is. I don't know what to think about these returning Group 3 cars, because if you ask me, I would rather have the real life Honda NSX GT3 and the Corvette C7R GTE race cars rather than these fantasy Group 3 cars. But we'll see. I don't know how to feel about this. Another beautiful shot of the new Porsche 917. Inside what appears to be a trailer, I think. I don't know. One of my favorites that I always wished was in a Gran Turismo game, and it's finally happening. Okay. This one's a little tougher to identify, but I'm pretty sure it's an Aston Martin DB3S. I'm sure many people like it. I'm glad it's returning to GT Sport. Yes, more Corvettes, all the Corvettes that are already in GT Sport. In the background in red we have a C7 Corvette. In silver we have the C3 convertible. In blue we have a C2. And at the very front, the one with the open cockpit. Looks to me like the Stingray racer concept that's already in GT Sport. This looks like the engine cover for the Porsche 356 Carrera. Another car that's already in GT Sport. And I gotta admit, this looks very, very good. Almost, no, not almost, it definitely looks photorealistic. Out of context, I would think this was a real picture of a car. That's how good it looks. We have a dashboard of a modern car. Really bad at identifying this, so yeah, if someone would tell me which this is, I would appreciate it. Same with this one. This one's even harder because it's an old car with a very simple interiors. No idea which car this could be. Another beautiful, almost photorealistic shot of the interior of a racetrack pit garage with two Mazda RX Vision GT3s. Another exciting new addition to the Gran Turismo series, the BAC Mono, or is it back? BAC? I don't know. Very happy it's coming to Gran Turismo 7. I played with it in Project Cars 2 and it's a very, very fun car. And I wish there were more cars like this in Gran Turismo. I mean, we have the KTM Crossbow already, and now we're getting the Mono. But I wish we had more, you know, like Ariel Atoms, Radicals, you know, crazy cars like that that are technically street legal, but just by looking at them you can tell that they were built for the track. And now my favorite picture of this whole thing. It features 4 of my favorite cars of all time. Like, seriously. First, the interior of this car is a Porsche Carrera GT. If you don't believe me, just Google it. No, it's really hard to tell. But yeah, trust me, it looks identical to the pictures I've seen of the Carrera GT. Yellow car in front, Lamborghini Diablo GT, we already have that. Since GT6, I believe. But anyway, up in front, the white or silver car, probably silver. Another new car to the series, along with the Carrera GT. And one of my favorites, Porsche 911 GT1 Street version. Very, very cool car. And that makes me wonder if we're getting the racing versions. And if we're getting them, and that's a big if, I would like it to be the 1998. You know, the really crazy looking, almost like a prototype GT1. Yeah, that would be wonderful. But anyway, the final car inside the tunnel in orange. A McLaren F1, also returning from past games. All of these, some of my favorite cars from all time. And I'm very, very happy that they are in this new game. A beautiful landscape shot, and if you saw the trailer, you saw that the clouds were moving all over the place. So maybe that's confirmation that we're getting dynamic weather systems. Probably. We'll have to wait and see. More Group 3 cars. It's very hard to see, but near the wheel of this white car you can see that it's a Dodge Viper. And this blue car in front, a Subaru Impreza Group 3. Ahead of it, it's the Honda NSX Group 3, and I believe there's also a Lamborghini Huracan GT3, and the last car, I don't know, it's very hard to see. And again we have the absolute beast, that is the Porsche 917, fighting a Ford GT40 Mark IV. And if you ask me, the Ford just has no chance against the Porsche. Another aerial air view from the new racetrack. Veterans of the series will instantly recognize it. But if not, just stay tuned because we are going to see which one it is pretty soon. There it is. It's the classic trial mountain with a really tight chicane this time around. And if you ask me, it's very obvious why they put it. Like, they want to prevent all the cutting that happened in every single GT game because it was very easy to cut that last chicane with zero penalty in the classic games. And we have a look at the menu, at the main home screen with Sarah here at the bottom telling us that welcoming us to GT Town. I guess that's the name of the career mode. Very similar to the Gran Turismo 4 screen. We have icons for home, brand central, driving school, GT World, championships, special events, escapes, GT Cafe. No idea what's that. And some new icons that are returning from past GT games. A used cars section, a tuning parts shop to upgrade our cars, and a GT Auto, which in past games was used to wash the car, change the oil, and some cosmetic modifications. And we're looking at the home section. A couple of things of note here. First, at the very top you can see the icon for the mileage points that already exists in GT Sports, so that system is coming back. And on the top left, underneath the name of the car, this Aston Martin DB11, we have its class N600 and another number, 538PP. That's 4 performance points, and that was a system in GT6 to measure a car's overall performance. No idea how that worked, but maybe those two numbers, the class and the performance points, are going to be used for game balance, maybe? On this one, we're in the parts shop with Rupert here welcoming us to the shop. And looks like the shop is called Understeer Engineering. And as you can see, there are different levels of parts. Entry, City, Sports, Racing and Extreme. Very curious to see what the extreme parts do and what kind of numbers they're going to add. This is the Gran Turismo World section, and Sarah tells us this is GT World, where you can travel to circuits all over the globe. Let's try going to America today. And to America we go. And at the bottom we can see 4 tracks. 2 of them returning from GT Sport, and the other 2 Trial Mountain, very classic track, but you can tell that not exactly the same as it used to be. And also the Daytona International Speedway returning from GT6. And here we have a more detailed map of the Trial Mountain circuit. And Sarah says, this is the Trial Mountain, a picturesque circuit situated in the Sierra Nevada mountains. The track has quite a long history, but I heard it's been renovated recently. Exciting, right? Yes, very exciting, Sarah. And yes, we can tell that it's been renovated and looks different, but at the same time the same. So let me explain. The overall layout is the same, only the back straight with the tunnel looks to be a lot longer, same with the main straight, and also the final chicane is much tighter. And that's everything for today. Very exciting times ahead. Unfortunately, we were not given a release date for the new GT7. So let's wait and see what the release date is going to be. Yeah, and sadly I couldn't watch the live stream from PlayStation, so I don't really know what else happened. I only know that there's going to be a remake of Demon's Souls. Another one of my favorite games and one that I've been wanting to play for so long. So maybe with the PlayStation 5 I'll get to play that finally. But anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching and have a nice day or night, whatever it is where you're living.